fuck is this? I thought I was having a stroke. Fucking shaking at me. Jake, I'm dying, guys.
So, where we left off last time, oh my god, I'm gonna have to, like...
Change the map, because it's just a blank grid.
Alright, so, where you guys left off last time, you guys were sent to the old owl
It's
well.
been a minute.
It has been a minute. You guys were sent to the old owl well, per request of... Garen Edermath, I think it was? Can you quickly double check that real quick? Yeah, Darren Edermath, the old adventurer elf, sent you to the old owl well saying, hey, a bunch of miners have been saying that they've seen a bunch of undead, and they've been smelling undead, and they've been scared off from this site. I need you guys to check it, because it used to be a site of really strong old magic, and there still should be some dormant there. So you guys need to go check it out, see if anybody's there, and see why they're there. You guys showed up to the place, and you met Grog Strongarm, who's been hiding and checking out the place, preparing himself to fight. You join with Grog and begin dropping zombie after zombie until their leader pops out and says, hey, stop that. I don't want you guys doing that. And you guys talked to him for a bit, and he said he would let you know what he's doing if you guys helped him. And he sent you off to attack this raiding tribe of orcs in a nearby cavern. Nearby being like a 2.5 hour walk away. So you guys started walking there. And that is where we start. It is
Near.
late afternoon, like 6 o'clock, 6:30 or something. You guys are walking through, and suddenly, as you as William, Airden, Droop, and Grog are all walking by, uneasy because you don't know Grog, you haven't talked to Grog much. Grog suddenly begins to shimmer and be coated in a bright pinkish light, and he begins to lift off the ground, and he disappears. And that's where you guys are at. So,
Yeah, so I need to a rest.
You guys like to take a rest?
Yeah.
So, everybody can go ahead and roll their like 6 p.m. You guys have gone through the trail for a while. Let me... That. Okay, so what did you decide to do? Want to go take a long rest? Alright, so you guys are around here in the trail. You've been walking down. This is where he pointed you to go. You're in a semi-foresty area, about to get to a mountainous area. You're not put on the map yet, because I didn't do that. How are you guys walking? Or, I guess, how are you guys going to set up your camp?
Um,
If you're
I
taking
can't
a
hear
long
anything now.
rest.
There we go.
No, not you.
I'm going to sleep under a tree.
You were there. You guys want to sleep under the trees? And where do you guys want Droop to go?
Droop's my bitch.
Droop is your bitch. Droop sleeps under your tree. So, let me quickly check one thing. You guys begin to rest. Do you have anybody standing guard? Don't have anybody standing guard? Who is going to be... Yeah. Okay, nobody's standing guard. Did you guys eat? Did you guys eat before you slept, or no? You have a fire going? Is everybody eating? Droop doesn't have any food, so if he wanted to eat, he'd have to borrow stuff from you guys. Somebody mark
I got
off.
some horse meat. I was gonna give him some horse meat. Me and him are gonna eat some horse meat because we eat horse.
You both eat one horse meat that you've cooked, and somebody's gonna mark off
Yeah.
something they've used to make a fire. Okay. How much of your info would you like to eat? But you guys eat. You have the fire going. You've got a really nice fire going before you guys go to sleep, and it's well into the night at this point. 1 second here. Yes, you do, don't you?
Have you guys done anything over in the chat, like rolling yet? Because nothing's appeared for me.
No, not guys. Not since you guys have joined.
All right, cool. Just making sure.
At least that you can.
Can anybody
see.
tell me how to change my picture?
Somewhere in your settings, I think.
I can't
All
find
right.
it. I know.
You mean the picture in the lower left corner?
Yes.
Yeah, you go down to the gear settings and go to game settings, chat avatars. You can change player video avatar size to names only.
As you guys are sleeping,
No, but how do you change the? Never mind. Just fuck it. Better.
probably in the cogwheel to your top right. All right. As you guys are sleeping, I want you all to roll a perception check at disadvantage. So for that, okay, you guys know how to actually roll that now.
What numbers do I need?
Not you, Kyle. I don't need anything from you.
Okay.
It's just going to be perception.
I had a 9.
You had a 9. All right.
But dude,
Wesley?
y'all have higher numbers than me.
I rolled both of mine at the same time for Droop. Droop got a 9. Oh no, Droop got a 10. Wesley, you rolled one of yours. I need you to roll one more because you're at disadvantage because you are asleep.
because
Kind of.
Yeah.
well, 11.
All right. So you all awaken rather late to realize that you are. Let me find him. Oh, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you, not you. Fuck. All right. You guys awaken pretty late to realize that you have visitors flying around you, of whom all seem to be running toward you. They're flapping their wings rather fast at you. These weird, leathery-looking entities.
Tasty.
You all failed your perception on them, so you guys are taking surprise. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
We're all rolling
Yeah, I
initiative.
rolled it, but
Oh yeah.
As long as it counts you on your turn
There it is.
order. William did not show
There's
up.
a button for this, right?
Oh no, sorry, William did show up. There is a button. It should be in your top
Okay.
left. Group's going to take his initiative, and we still need Mr. Airden.
I forgot how to do the initiative one.
Okay, click on yourself. On the top left of your screen, there should be a button for initiative.
Arrow.
Error 404. Airden has forgotten initiative.
Yeah, just how do you do it?
click on
Okay,
your.
so click on
click
yourself.
Erden.
Yeah, click on Aaron until he's
Yeah.
highlighted with the little box around him.
Oh,
Then
okay, I
on the
got you.
Up left of your screen.
got-
There we go. Perfect.
Oh,
All right, so everybody
oops.
rolled.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what is your first one? You're gonna take your 6 back. Everybody rolled,
Got him.
but you guys are all at disadvantage to Sturgis because you were all asleep and nobody was awake to alert anybody. So let me quickly roll their health because for some reason I don't have fucking health. Fuck, Nani.
Nani?
Where's their character sheet? Fuck me in the booty big hole.
Daddy.
Wait, no, not this one. You guys don't need to see.
Let's get this.
All right, give me a second. My aunt's calling. My great aunt's calling me. All right, so we're gonna continue as though he did fall asleep. Everybody is ready. You guys are all asleep, barely waking up to these flapping orange-red bug creatures that are about the size of your face, flying across to you. You hear the fluttering of their wings as the first one rushes towards Airden. Absolutely does. And begins
So who is
to.
he? Who's this character?
Airden is Wesley.
Okay. Well, he's gonna die probably.
Attaches itself to Wesley and begins to try to pierce his armor with its giant mosquito-like needle face.
There he is.
Look at that!
Face is getting
Your face is getting molested by a giant flying leathery mosquito-looking thing.
Don't lie, you like it.
It attacks for a 15, which
probably
does
in
succeed.
combat made overlord that's fucking in.
As you take 5 points of damage. That brings us to this Sturgis' turn. And following its brother, it turns to Droop and attacks next to him. Trying to wrap its little claws around him to begin sucking on his body. He does miss as
What?
Droop is stirred enough awake to bat it off and scurry himself far enough away to keep it away from him
Wait.
at the moment.
Having to me and my
Everybody's still asleep, barely waking up to the sound of them fluttering around, which is how you guys have been surprised. You're not really sure what it is. You just know it's fluttering around as the last one swoops in towards you and attempts to suck itself onto your body.
Ooh.
It does manage to grip onto you, latching itself onto your arm. It begins to drain your blood, taking 6 points of damage off of you. Go ahead and mark that. With that, we come to the top of the turn order, where the Sturge that's attached itself onto Wesley's chest begins to drain it again,
there's just
taking another 5 points of damage off of Wesley.
That's an.
Wesley, you can go ahead and mark that off yourself. And that brings us to William's turn. William,
oh yeah. Sorry, I was septic. All right, I'm gonna swing at this motherfucker. The one.
the one that's on your arm. It's attached itself to your arm. There's one on your arm, there's one on Airden's chest, and the third one is flying over top.
I guess I gotta
Droop.
try and grab it and throw it off. Chunk it at the.
You gonna make a grapple attack?
Sure.
Alright. Go ahead and roll athletics. You do manage to tear it off of your body and fling it to the ground. That is your action. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn? Alright, that'll bring us to Droop's compadre over here. It begins flapping and attempts to reattach itself to Droop, flying back at him. And this time does manage to attach itself and attaches right on top of his head and takes 4 points of damage off.
Ouch.
This is going to bring us towards your Sturge, William. And it is going to attempt to reattach itself onto your leg, but is going to do so at disadvantage.
Oh.
And it does manage to attach itself, doing 4 points of damage. With its attachment to you, it's no longer considered prone. And this will bring us to Droop, who, now fully aware of the situation that's going on. Hi, boss, we gotta... What the fuck are these things? We gotta kill it. And he swings his scimitar at it.
Ouch.
And manages to miss. It's still flying. It's flying at his. It's on top of his head, sucking itself onto him. He's flinging wildly above him, trying not to chop off his own head, and doesn't manage to make any contact. This brings us up to Airden with a one of those flying creatures on his chest.
Well, am I awake now? Cause him.
You are fully awake. It is your turn.
Cool. Well, I try and trident this dude.
You're gonna try it in it. All right. 17
Yeah.
does hit, doing 5 points of damage. You bring it up above your head with two hands and smash it down straight onto it, tearing it off of your body, and it does drop limp. I'm gonna do -5 here. Bring him down with an X. And which one was he? Which bastard? There we go. And it's gonna bring us back to the top of the order, unless Airden still wants to make a movement.
And turn and look at everyone else.
All right, William, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna take my hatchet. I'm gonna. Oh, like, where's my leg? Striking it.
All right. With 6, you do not hit. You swing down towards it and it manages to cling itself closer to your leg and narrowly misses.
Action surge count as bonus action to use
Let's
extra action.
find out. Action surge came from your class.
Class, it's on your normal. On your turn, you can. Oh, here it is. Once.
Yeah, you can use it and take another action. Yeah, you should be good. Alright, take another swing at it. You take another swing, and this time, instead of getting too far away, you slam it slightly down to the left as you're freaking out. Weird leathery creatures wrapped itself onto you, getting closer. You still miss. Is that a bonus action? Alright, go ahead and you heal yourself 10 points of health. There we go. You heal yourself 12 points. You're above, so heal yourself to your maximum. All right. And as you're healing up, the creature attaching itself to Droop's head does another 6 damage to him. Droop is looking really bad at this time. He's panting heavily. The blood's draining from his face. He's looking really pale.
Dakota, before we go on, how long do you
Yes.
think it'll be before I'm introduced?
I can't really.
Mhm.
Time for us.
I am listening to everything.
All right. So, Droop has been attacked. This brings us back to William's creature, of whom is currently attached. Yes. And drains another 5 points, sucking vigorously, trying to get all of the blood he can. And this brings us to Droop, who is in a blind panic and begins slinging wildly again, screaming, "Get it off! Get it off!" And he does miss, doing nothing as he's just flailing frantically around him. This brings us to Airden.
I'd like to try and trident the one on him, on Droop.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll it at advantage. I forgot to do this for you because you two were close to each other. But we're gonna do it now. So roll it again.
Okay, roll it again.
Absolutely.
Oh, I gotta click on this and I gotta click on this. Well, that didn't do anything.
All right. So you do attack. You ram your trident straight through it, doing 5 points of damage as you impale it, and it's now stuck onto your trident. All of Droop's blood dripping down the trident. And
Cute.
all right. Anything else you want to do for your turn?
That's it, Chief.
All right, this brings us back up to William.
I'm going to try and grab it again, but instead of throwing it at the ground, I'm going to punt it.
Punch it in that direction. That is what, a 1d4? Punching. Punt.
Grab it off.
Oh, you're
of
kicking
the
it.
leg,
Kick it.
Drop it.
All right. Let's check this out real quick. You guys have...
The council.
Oh my. Okay, and that's not the right thing. Yeah, it's a d4. Punching and kicking are about the same thing. Yeah, roll for attack. Yeah, roll for attack with your d20 basic. No modifiers. With a 5! You rip it off of your leg, and as you go to kick it, you let go of it so you can drop it onto your leg without remembering that it has wings. So as you drop it, it just flies up. Because you're not proficient in melee. This brings us back to the Sturge, who's going to try to reattach itself to you. This time trying to attach to your head, because that's where it's closest now. As it comes in closer, you start batting at it just like Droop did the first time, and you actually manage to keep it at bay for now. This will bring us to Droop's turn, who is going to run at it. Let's check here. How far can he go? He can make it. He's gonna run at it, and he's gonna swing his scimitar with advantage because you're here with him. We're gonna take him down together, boss. And he does manage to hit, doing 5 points of damage, finally taking down this last Sturge. With all of them dead, you guys are victorious. But Droop is in very bad shape, Airden is worse off than he was before, and you're looking bright as rain. What would you like to do?
Capture that. It's like,
A short rest? Alright. Everybody can go ahead. Yeah, everybody goes ahead and takes a short rest.
I went back.
Yeah, you're just chilling out with everybody.
Yeah, and think. I
Should we play this on a short?
Hey, William doesn't have numbers in his house.
yeah, you can't see the number.
I can see it for Droop.
Frog, because
Okay.
That was a new update they put in. Or something, because you guys could see it before, I think.
no, we couldn't.
Oh, son of a bitch, you should have said something. You're not supposed to see enemies, but anybody in your party you should be able to see.
Yeah, I can see the health bar, or no health.
Okay, so Droop heals himself up. Airden heals himself up a bit. You have 3 dead leathery bodies next to you. What do you wish to do? Wish to continue on to your
I
mission?
would like to grab some that.
Alright. Go ahead and give me a nature check. With advantage, because I'll say Droop's trying to help you. With his proximity. $15. Go ahead and roll another one. And with a 17, you managed to fillet 1 pound of leather. Sturge leather, sturge skin, if you want to put it.
God damn it!
And Wesley changes his icon to the party icon.
Darn it.
Sneaky bastard. What the hell were those things? Any of you know what those were?
I don't know. They reminded me a lot of my
A
blood-sucking toxic.
blood-sucking, disgusting thing. Hey, we all been there. If anybody would like, you guys can try to give me a history check, but if you don't really care, then we can move on. Alright, go ahead, give me a history check, sailor.
I'm fucking proficient at it.
Oh. When you're proficient in history, but you're also autistic. Alright. You know, these are called sturges. They're little flying, like, they're giant mosquito-looking bat creatures that go out and hunt for flesh and blood. They're often attracted to bodies.
Dead or
So,
alive?
usually dead, but they'll consume whatever they come across. Just the scent of the dead attracts
Bodies
them.
with blood.
Yeah, as long as there's still blood, they're game. And with that higher of a roll, you can discern that they're probably attracted to all of the undead that you guys were recently encountering. We can wash up in the lake over there. All right. You all take an hour, wash up a bit, clean your clothes, dry them out, and you guys are good to go. Would you like to continue on to your mission? Absolutely. So, you guys walk for another 2-3 hours. It's very early in the morning, about 3-4 a.m. You guys come across into darkness an opening to a cavern that's lit up with torches. You can hear some voices inside. They sound goblin in nature, but they're a lot deeper and heavier. How would you guys like to approach? In what order? Yes,
can
you are.
I do a roll check because I speak Goblin?
Absolutely, you can. But before that, what order are you guys walking in to this cave?
Is it? Oh, you're right here.
There's a bunch of crunching. I can't hear shit.
I said I'll be first. I have the most HP and the biggest penis.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have William taking the lead. Do we have Droop in the middle, or do we have Airden? Or are you guys side by side? Sounds good enough to me. He's not answering. And are you guys walking in here all sneaky breaky like? All right. And I'm going to need everybody to go ahead and roll me a stealth. For what reasons? What armor do you have? Yes, you do. Yeah, if you have chain, you have disadvantage, Chief. But go ahead and roll it anyway, because that'll be fun.
Ooh, I rolled a natural 20 plus 5
4.
for stealth.
When you roll a 4. Wait, what happened to my... What happened to Droop's things? Anyways, Alright. So,
Yes.
William... Airden is like a shadow, blending in with the darkness. The flicker of the lights seemed to just hide him even farther. To his right, you have a goblin who's saying, "Oh, I'm tired. What the hell were those things back there?" He's still complaining very loudly, not realizing you guys are trying to be sneaky. And how could he realize? Because you're running around in your chainmail armor.
Yeah, I whisper very loudly. Be quiet! We're being
Shut
sneaky!
up! Oh, we are?
Yeah,
I'll stop being quieter now, alright?
good.
They'll never notice. As you guys are having this shouting competition between you two, believing you're the quietest son of a bitches in the world, this hooded figure in dark clothing, trying to hide himself into the darkness as well, and doing a spectacular job of doing so, turns towards you. That is Mr. Kyle Johnson.
Hello. Yeah. Well, what do I do from now?
All right. So, from your point of view, you're into this cave. You've been scouting it out for a while. You have things under control, and then two buffoons, one of them in chainmail and one of them a goblin, come loudly complaining, loudly talking, ruining your sneaking plans, while the third one is like hugging the shadows, not even noticed by you. How would you react in this situation?
Hold. Who goes there?
Okay.
This is what we did, Frog.
Yes, it is what you did with Grog. You just said he can't see if you stop moving. Both times you guys have introduced yourselves, you were trying to hide and just doing terrible at it, and then tried to like play it off. Like they're
That's my
dinosaurs.
intelligence. It's fucking 6.
Are you sure you're not Grog?
Literally, we have the same intelligence.
Oh my god. Okay, so they stop. They can't see movement. You're still like shouting whisper to Droop and Airden. How would we like to continue from here?
I want to shit.
You
I wanna shit.
I want to shimmy by him.
All right, you go ahead.
I'm not talking to y'all. Sorry.
You're not talking to you. You're just like moving past him. You can go ahead and definitely do that. Keep going.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Okay, so
Okay.
if you're trying to pass him,
Cool,
I'm
bloody.
gonna have to ask you to make another stealth check on that one, Chief. You're standing right next to him.
What was that?
If you're going to try to actually just like walk in front of him and past him while he's looking at the whole party, I'm gonna have to ask you to roll another stealth check. Wait,
Yeah, I know. I got a 24.
noted. Kyle,
Yes.
your passive perception wouldn't happen to be above 24, would it?
Oh fuck. How do I pull up my card again?
Tips and
What is your
Oh,
passive
got it right here.
perception? Oh, a 13. As Jason is staring William and Droop down, a blonde figure nonchalantly just walks past him, and Jason is none the wiser.
Okay.
As Jason believes the only figures in this cavern are the ones he's here for, and William and Droop, of whom insulted him, calling him a dinosaur. How would we like to continue from here? Fucking ninjas.
No. So 2 people just got lost in this fucking cave. Just-
what race is?
Human.
Upon glance, he looks human.
I'm just gonna continue to stand.
But Droop leans in closer to you. I think he sees you. He's not whispering, but he's leaning like he would be. Does he not see you?
I see you, you know.
Does he see me? Oh. Which,
Yeah, Droop, you gave us away.
wait, who's you? Maybe he doesn't see me.
Both of you, come out.
Both of who?
Have pretty good perception there, friend.
You know, yeah, you must be really good if you could see us. Well, real sneaky like we are.
Be quiet or you'll ruin my mission.
Mission? Hey, we're on a mission, ain't we, boss?
Here to kill orcs or something, right?
Oh wait, aren't we supposed to be
Killing
quiet?
Oh, yeah.
That we do the killing quietly. Can we do killing quietly? Droop being a goblin only knowing random attacks. Not quite familiar with a stealth mission. Alright. let me get this straight. We're supposed to go in there murdering things, and they're not supposed to know.
Exactly.
How do we do this? Won't they start knowing when they start screaming? Alright, so. And he hunkers down a little lower, hugging himself closer to William to try to hide behind you. Alright. I'm safe. What do we do now, boss? Is he who we're gonna kill? Well, I'm green.
Well, as they're whispering, I'm gonna go behind Jason and whisper in his ear, "Howdy."
Howdy.
Howdy.
Oh God.
Alright, Jason. How do you respond to that?
I quickly jump back, reacting to someone right behind me,
You swing at him?
and I don't swing at him.
Yeah.
Just look at him, menacing like. Jesus.
Well,
And then everybody reacts with background ambient, so we can't possibly discern what it means.
Yes.
My
Alright,
sword is
turn.
drawn.
whose turn is it now?
You guys are all taking the same turn now. You guys are freeballing it
I
right
guess
now.
I'm just gonna.
Hey,
Oh,
wait. You can't pull the sword on the boss. If you do that, then you're gonna have to die. Drew brings out his scimitar and walks closer to you.
Oof.
So if you're not- if you're not who
what
we're-
was?
You're not the raiding group we're here to kill, but you're not the group that we were here to kill, but we will if we really need to. So, why are you here?
One second. I'm on a rescue mission. The orcs have captured someone.
Sounds like we're both here for.
Who hired you for this mission?
From the governor of Phandalin.
Is that the town we were at?
That is the town you guys have been in for a while now.
Okay. Know the mayor.
Oh, Droop goes
Am I
ahead
weak
and
from
he
his son?
rolls perception against Jason.
Me.
Against Jason. Droop is. I mean, I don't really know who the mayor is, but he doesn't sound like he's lying. Mayor, governor, they're the same things, right? Hey, there we go. I told you I knew the English. Or the common, you know. So, if he's here to kill things, to get a thing, and we're here to kill things and get a thing, can we kill things and get things?
Together?
Plan. Or the mayor.
Hey, there we go. Alright.
I'll
what we
agree to
wanna
this.
do- You've been here for a while. What have you learned from standing around here behind this fat rock?
You said it's early in the morning, right?
It's very early in the morning. there's the midnight light from the outside, but inside there are torches. You can hear the sound of goblins making a lot more commotion than they were previously before you guys entered.
What is going on?
Jade is having problems with Discord.
Fun.
Okay, now I can hear everybody.
Good.
Raw.
I'm gonna roll to shimmy away back into the, because that's what I. Ah, that didn't work.
Which way were you shimmying?
Back into the cave.
Like further to the left?
Yeah.
Alright, you're trying to shimmy further, and you do so, but you're no longer the silent shadow you were before.
Okay, so I saw a
So,
guard earlier, but he's gone now, thanks to you guys tromping around in here in your mail.
And your mail.
Armor.
Yeah, the dominance.
The dominance.
The dominant. Jesus Christ.
Oh, by the way.
What did you steal?
Equip.
He's wearing the red,
mail-in
the red
whatnot.
whatever.
Oh. Alright.
I kind of worked for some
Go on.
mercenary group, and I kind of one day just kind
So, what you're saying is, our stealth mission hasn't gone to plan, or has it? I don't know how these work.
top notch.
Define.
Sorry guys, my roommate was knocking at my door there. What's up?
Tell him he can go kill himself.
Oh no.
So, what you're saying is there was a guard, but now there's not a guard. So, it's easier now, right?
No, he must have receded back into the cave with most of their forces.
I see. So, not a good thing. Alright, so what do we want to
What
do?
is a receipt?
To
Receding?
go back or to like.
Like
What's the
receding
distance?
hairline?
Yeah, I was about to
Oh,
say that.
like your hair's coming back. Oh, I get it. Cause remember, my guy.
Recede to
I
go
was a pirate.
to
I
go
don't
or
think
move
I have a very good vocabulary.
to go or morph back or further away from a previous position.
Thank you, voice in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was quite confused. These things are strange. So, interesting fact. I just checked. Droop is smarter than you.
Oh no.
He has a wisdom. He has an intelligence of 10.
Oh, I have a good. My wisdom is.
Oh shit, my intelligence at 9.
Droop is the brains of the group at the moment.
Oh no.
Oh,
This lowly little goblin.
Guys, we're in trouble.
Saved.
You're right.
Alright. And he doesn't understand how stealth works. Alright, so. What do we want to do? So, they had a god. The god's gone. And they're talking a lot. Are they talking about us? Shit.
no way to know that. But
Actually, if I get a little closer, I could probably hear what they're saying. Actually, Erling can too. He's a little
That
tougher
works.
than I am. How about he goes and listens?
an eyesight. Because how are we gonna kill them if we?
I see that. I understand what you're saying. Alright. So what? So get them an eyesight. Do you want to just like go further into the cave? Or?
I'm just.
So
Alright.
is Jason part of us now?
You guys have decided to team up just because Droop mentioned that you guys are both here to kill them. for various reasons, but you're both here to kill whoever's here.
Murder is fun.
All right.
We're stronger together.
As William
You can do a
enters the
perception
harder
around
part of the cave, it opens up into a larger cavern that's greatly lit by torches. As he creeps closer, he can see an orcish figure, an orc figure, trying to hide behind the rubble. As he peers over and sees you, and you see him, he says, "All right, let's get him."
Guys, I think they saw us.
No shit.
All right. So how's about everybody rolls initiative? Give me a second here.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Can I have top of it?
As you hear him yell that, you hear a giant cry from various voices in the
Gog.
cave. And behind... Sorry?
I'm just looking at the name.
Oh, yeah, his name is Gog. But
Somebody
you
that I
don't know
think could be a lineman, not that I know what that is.
that. A very good lineman at that, not that we know that that is. As you guys hear him say, "Let's get him," you hear a bunch of voices cry out in a power screech. It's hard to think with all that background noise.
I have a question. You said that the orc and Aridin saw each other, but did they see us? Or was it William?
The orc spotted William out first. You're not too sure if he saw everybody else, but when he cried out, "They're here! Let's get them!" So even if he didn't see it, you know that he's at least inferring that all of you are by each other.
Okay, but I was just saying, if Aridin's still completely hidden, like he was completely hidden from me.
He tried to shoot me closer a little bit ago, and he decided, shadows aren't worth his time.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, wrong thing. Let me find the right thing. No, not there.
Thank you for grabbing this. Was this from the Main Street Cap? Normally they put the whatever powder on. No. That's alright. I can take care of myself. I'm not
Where
a
the fuck
fall
is it?
risk anymore.
I'm looking for a particular thing, and it's
Yeah,
not
Billy,
showing
hey,
me
put
that
that. Yeah.
particular thing.
Yeah, maybe they changed it. Or maybe they ran out.
Anyways, whatever. I'm not gonna look for it any further. All right, so you guys prepare yourselves for battle. Okay, so he's rolled. Let me switch my view over to this view. Roll, 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 roll,
Jesus.
roll,
Oh my gosh.
roll, roll. And from the back, you hear a small cry out of a voice saying, "Help me!" You're not quite sure where it is, but you have an idea that it's to the left of what you guys can see here.
Oh no.
And roll. Now,
It sounds like I
let's
should be back.
party.
Chuckles. I'm in danger.
Chuckles, I'm in danger. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with this guy back here. He's gonna take his entire movement speed. Let me bring that up, and let me bring this up. Him. Yep. All right. So he's gonna bring up his entire movement speed of a fat 30. Let's see what I have the room set to. Perfect. And he's gonna get here, crying, "Let's get him, boys! It's our time! Fresh meat!"
Back on the menu, boys. Oh, yes.
And his friend says, "Yeah, it's time. We're gonna raid them."
I fucking hope so.
Gonna rape them.
This
Not
day keeps getting
again.
better and better.
Can I
This guy
can
is
I
going
throw?
to hold his turn. Sorry,
have a
this guy
question.
here is going to hold his turn. Go on.
What is a piton? Piton.
A piton? It is a small little. It looks like a circle with a giant like blade coming out of it, but it's a kind of like a really fat dull blade. It's used for climbing like mountains or scaling up buildings. Like you hold on to the circular part and you jam it into the wall. It's kind of like a rock climbing gear.
I got you.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
Absolutely. So this orc here, he is holding his turn for a certain thing to happen. It is now William's turn. At
I
Okay.
I would know that.
Not that you go know that. Yeah. All you see from that guy that spotted you out from leaning from the corner, he leans back and you can see his arm like making a beckoning motion deeper into the cave, calling everybody forward. So you throw your trident, hurling it towards the guy behind him, and it does hit, jamming him straight in the arm, and it does do 9 points of damage, dropping him immediately. It severs off the arm, and he screams out in pain and grabs that stump where it was just flung off and begins to bleed out and dies on the floor. And let me find
Tasty.
him real quick and mark him off the turn order. William, what would you like to do with the rest of your turn?
Stand here.
Sexy. It is now this orc's turn. He says, "They killed him! Let's get him!" And he gets closer, as close as he can in his turn. This brings us to Airden. It is your turn. Airden!
Can I? Let me do some math.
Quick, man.
Don't forget you do have spells since you leveled up.
How do I look at those? Don't I
Your
go
character
to
sheet,
my
go to your spell section.
There's the spell section. On the left.
So let me bring that up for you. Go to your character sheet, and up where on those buttons it says Core, Bio, and Spells, hit Spells. You currently
yes,
have
that one.
Cure Wounds, Hunter's Mark, and Animal Friendship attached to you.
And Hunter's Mark does what?
You can read through it. It says you choose a creature that you can see within a range, within range, and the range is like 90 feet. Yeah, 90 feet. And mystically mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon. You have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or survival checks against it. If the target drops to 0 before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature. So if you kill it, you have extra 1d6 damage to it, advantage on certain checks, and whenever it drops before the timer's up, which is like an hour, I think, you can mark a new creature.
So, like, what? Is it just like, it's mine now?
It's a bonus action you can cast, and it lets you mark a creature and says, "This is something I'm going to kill." And
It's not helpful.
it gives you determination and lets you
Yeah.
damage it
It's
harder.
visualization. In your mind, you see that
I
thing.
got you.
It will
Your
die.
Neji,
Can can I can I just fake flash and throw a hammer down the hallway?
sorry?
I have a hammer inventory. Can I just throw a hammer down the hall?
Yes, sir. Where are you aiming that? Are
I'm
you just like chucking it straight, or are you chucking it at somebody? You're trying to hit like a magic bullet shot and bank it off to somebody.
yeah, I'm gonna try and bang it off the wall.
All right, go ahead
What do you?
and roll me a athletics check. Yeah, go ahead and roll me athletics.
Athletics.
Did you also want to cast
okay,
your
hopefully
hunter's mark?
You want to cast my hunter's mark?
Do you want to?
Oh.
It's a cantrip. You can cast it as a bonus action.
I'll be all right. I'll be
You
all right.
all right?
I'll be all right.
Wait, no, it's not a
Or
cantrip,
whatever
but
it
it is a
did.
bonus action. Sorry.
Cool.
Okay, so you throw it for an 18. Okay, which orc are you aiming for? This one hiding?
I think that's the only one I can hit, right?
That's the only one you can vaguely tell is there. Okay,
Hold on.
holding on.
Was Jade supposed to roll it?
No, Jade
Okay,
is
he's up.
currently bound, but you don't know that.
Get the other good.
Yes, sir. Alright, so you throw the hammer. You take a look at your options, weigh your options, dig out of your bag for anything you can use, and triumphantly hold up your hammer, cock it back, and throw it. It bounces off the wall, hurtling towards him, and then it bounces at his feet, doing nothing.
Oh.
Your hammer is now at his toes.
It's
What would you like to do with the rest of
It's
your turn?
I'm gonna hide behind.
Oh
The
my
end.
god.
You can stand behind him. You won't technically be able to hide, as that's normally an action to take. But you can
Yeah,
certainly
I'm
stand
just
behind
gonna
him.
stand behind. I'm gonna body shield.
All right, does that end your turn?
Yep.
A giant lumbering voice that you heard in the back hears the hammer, looks down at it, and lets out a bellowing roar. It doesn't speak any words. And it runs up to
Sees hammer,
William.
screams.
Oh no.
It runs up to William and takes its great club and raises it straight into the air and then straight down. Roll. There we go. Doing a 17.
Oh
He
my
brings it straight
god.
down into your skull, doing 13 points of damage.
Oh no. For last
And after it hits you, you dazedly twist around for a moment, confused and maybe with a mild concussion. It starts laughing to itself, amused by the way that you reacted. And this brings us to Jason.
All right. Let me look myself here real quick.
That'd be kind of funny in the middle. Like, hold up. Gotta look at my
Gotta look at my instructions. My operations manual.
How do I operate myself?
I'm sorry?
No, I was just looking stuff up on my character.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Okay, so I am within range, and if I can. Oh, sorry, I gotta click on my guy. And I use my dagger melee on the Gog.
In a melee, you're gonna have to get a lot closer than that.
It says range 20.
That's your ranged version. That's when you're throwing it.
So I
Melee
have
is
to be
You can move
within
up and then
5
try
feet.
and
You'd have to get as close
move
as
up to
William.
him and then melee.
Okay. Would I?
You would because William's standing next to you.
Yeah.
That is
Okay.
that
So
works.
if I move up, you say I have advantage, right?
Advantage on your attack, so you roll it twice and take the higher number to attack.
Oh, okay. So wait, which square is he in? I can't tell. Is this within 5 foot of him?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
William's
I'm gonna-
technically in his square, so I'm gonna actually move him back just right here.
Okay.
He's blocking up almost the entirety of the tunnel.
So right after he hit William, I'm running up on him and attack him with my dagger.
It does hit as he's sitting there giggling and laughing a deep, bellowing laugh at William dancing around in a dazed confusion. Jason runs up to him and slams the dagger. Where do you slam it into?
Into his he's facing towards me like that, right?
Yes, just like that.
So his upper shoulder area, aiming for his neck.
So you jump up and slam it into his neck.
Yeah.
Cool. It barely goes an inch in with all of your force you could do. And it does 3 damage to him.
Woohoo!
Woo.
He stops laughing and slaps at the dagger where it was. Looks at the blood that's on his hand and huffs angrily. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn? You moved what, 5 feet?
Yeah.
I see.
I
You
have
25 feet of movement if you want to use it.
okay.
Or yeah, nothing else, Chief. Now, if you do run away, he can take an attack of opportunity.
I will stay here.
All right, that ends your turn,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to take us to this orc here. As he turns the corner, trampling over his dead friend, he notices the entire cave is blocked off, and he holds his turn. He stands there saying, get him, you big log! And that'll end his turn, bringing us from him to this guy here. Oops. Oh no, sorry. Is that where he's supposed to be? No, he's right here, isn't he?
Yes.
Okay. This guy started moving. You don't really know that, but he's there. And that brings us up to the top of the turn order. With this orc here. They're all chanting. They know that the giant thing is in the tavern, is in the hallway fighting you guys. And they're all trying to cheer him on. Get him! Finish him off! There's not much they can do because the entire cavern is blocked by him. Because he is absolutely massive. And it's your turn again. You gain 4 hit points. Dazed and confused as you heal yourself, you're just kind of not really in it. Absolutely. Through his stomach? Sure. As you swing, just as while you were trying to heal yourself, you're still not into it. That massive attack with his club has got you dazed and confused. You bring it up, and almost like you're extremely drunk, fly it down and drop your long sword. It's right next to you. Right over here. But I have to punish you for crit failing. And you will be able to pick that up on your next turn. Anything else you would like to do? Actually, you can still move over there and pick it up, I guess. Since it's next to you, you can just turn around and pick it up. So how about it, William? Pick it up.
You're next.
He can. He still has his movement, and I'm just gonna count it as a bonus action. And since it's 5 feet away from you, you can pick it up from there. So you picked it up, looking silly. He looks back at you, no longer looking at his bloody palm angrily. He looks back at you and starts giggling to himself again. And that's gonna bring us to this guy. Sorry. Oh, you can use action surge? Yeah, if you wanted to. You gonna do it again? Alright. Just after you pick it up, you hear him giggling from behind you, and angrily you turn around, you thrust it at him, just as he wound back to give a hearty laugh, and you just narrowly missed him. He starts laughing even harder, looking at you, pointing its sword at him angrily. And anything else you would like to do with your turn? Alright. This is going to bring us to this orc here, who's just going to hold his turn, because he can't really go anywhere. And that'll bring us to Aaron.
Cool. I'm gonna move to the back of the room, and then I would like to try and shoot at the big dude.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if...
I think I'm at a disadvantage.
Normally, yes,
is
but
so
since they're both
close.
on him, I think since they're... If one person was on it, I don't think it would count. But since there's 2 people on it, I'll give it to you, and you can attack normally. You pull back the bow, and you shoot, and it sinks into the floor next to him. The thunderous laugh is shaking the cavern, and you can't get a clean shot on him at this time. So you have 1 arrow marked down on there. You can mark on the map where one of your arrows is. It should be right if you want to mark it.
How do I delete it?
How do you delete? Select it and then hit the delete button on your keyboard. Anything else you would like to do with your turn, Chief?
That's
Change
gonna
my
be
pants.
it, boss.
And this is going to bring us back to Gog, who is finished laughing at this time, still giggling to himself a bit, and he makes a crying, whining noise, kind of like a baby wanting something, and he swings the great club at William again. This time to the side, towards the wall William is on left of him. As he swings it, it slams into William and slams William into the wall, doing 17 points of damage. William is now on the floor, bleeding out. His eyes roll into the back of his skull. And he is now considered dying. That's going to end his turn as he gleefully starts jumping around, giggling and clapping his hands together. This brings us to Jason.
Okay. I use my dagger and stab at his chest.
Alright. You no longer have advantage because William is knocked out. But you do stab at him. And it does hit, doing a critical 6 points of damage to him. Where are you stabbing?
In his chest.
In his chest, right where William was trying to go. You hit him square in the middle of the chest. Unlike the neck, where you could barely make any headway, you're able to push the dagger in just about an inch further. And you do 6 points of damage to him. This time, he grabs it. pulls his hand to where he just got stabbed with a confused look on his face. Looks at the blood, a little bit of blood trickling down, and he starts making whining noises, and then looks at you and huffs angrily. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn?
Let's see. I just have movement, right?
Yes, sir. I shit my pants.
Oh God.
Me too.
I mean, he moved pretty far there.
He moves
at the beginning.
35 feet.
Yeah, so he can move further than me no matter what. And if I try to move, then he can try to get an attack on me.
Oh, I think I completely forgot to roll for Droop there.
Oops. I'll stay where I am.
Alright. You guys, I've been kind of scared, I'll be honest. He's quite big. But I think I can help you fight him. And that ends your turn. This is going to bring us up to this orc here. Gonna come here. Notice the party that's going on. Hey, what's he doing? He's kicking ass. And it's going to bring us back to the top of the order. To this orc here who's going to hold his turn. This orc here who's going to hold his turn. This orc here looks at the situation, turns to his friend and says, Alright, I think he's got this, boys. I'm going to go to bed. And he actually falls asleep.
What a legend.
An honest legend. The cavern's shaking, and he's just like, doesn't faze me. Where's the fucking sleepy animation? Sleepy boy. There it is. Alright, and that brings us to this guy who says, Hey, that's not a bad idea. And he does the same. These guys are confident in their big boy's ability. William, go ahead and make me a death saving throw. Give me the inspiration I need.
What happens if you die?
William has to make me a new character. Because none of you have the ability to resurrect anyone.
I have a heal spell, but I have to
Yeah,
get
you
over
do have
there
a healing
first.
spell. But it's not your turn right now.
'Cause
Fucking
that's
kidding
how we
me.
got our.
Alright,
Yeah, so
that is a critical failure. Go ahead and mark yourself 2 death failures on
Thank
your
God it's
chart.
two. Second there.
Oh no, it's 2.
1.
Josh instantly died.
Oh no.
It's still a possibility. Just by the way.
Backstory.
Yeah, I'd be sad if you
Just
died. But I'm not
copy
gonna
and
pull
paste.
the
It's your
punch
own
for
work.
you.
It's not plagiarism.
Airden, it is your turn.
cool. I'm gonna move up, William, 20 feet. Oof. And then I would like to do. Hey, how do I level do it at?
Sorry?
Cast it at.
Your healing hands? So on
When
your,
I hit it, it says cast at what level?
first, because that's the only level you have unlocked right now.
Cool. Well, that's what I tried to do to. What's this face?
Alright, so on your spell chart you have the slots total and slots remaining. Go ahead and mark off 1 slot, so bring it down to 2.
Okay.
That
Well,
tells you how many
that's the wrong
spells you cast before you take a long rest. Okay, you do 4 points of healing to William. You reach your hands out, and a green, bubbling, sparkling aura emerges and restores William. He gasps for air as he gets brought back to life. William, you are considered prone. But you're alive.
Cool. And then I use my last 10 feet to go behind Jason.
Before you do that, I would like to warn you
kidding.
that if you run from him, you're still in his range and he will take an attack of opportunity. Where basically he gets a free hit onto you. He can't miss it, but he can still try.
So can I try and do my trident then? Is it too late?
No, because your healing hands was an action.
Exactly. So what if I back away facing?
He will take an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna die.
Do you want to move away?
I'm gonna risk it.
All right. As you try to move away, he looks at you, just bringing his plaything back from the grave, and he angrily huffs and slams his fist on the ground and swings his great club at you.
Jesus.
For 16, he does hit, doing 13 points of damage to you. Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! This isn't even a part I was concerned about. I didn't think you. Oh no! Oh man, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Except me. I'm not even part of the story yet.
You're their hostage at the moment. For whatever purposes they have for
Sure,
you.
Droop will be fine.
This brings us up to Droop, who says, "Oh no, boss! Don't worry, I'll save you." How much movement does he actually have? Does he have 30? Let me check that real quick. Don't quit hiding from your character sheet. Yeah, he does. What a legend. Oh, let me control him. Give me. He runs back up to where you were, and he says, "I'll take him on, boss, for you." And he swings his scimitar straight at his toes. And he does hit, doing 7 points of damage. He chops off a couple of the toes, and as the ogre cries out in pain, jumping and grabbing at his bleeding feet. And that'll be the end of what happened. Just the rhythm bot. That'll be the end of Droop's turn, bringing us to Gog. Gog, holding his bleeding toes, fiercely looks at Droop, and he raises his great club, and Droop looks up and says, "Oh no."
Okay.
As he brings it down onto him, doing 13 points of damage, smashing him into the ground. Droop is actually lower because Droop is actually lowered into the ground because he's been pushed through the rock farther down. Droop is now dying.
I understand what's happening, yes.
I have it very low. Let me turn that up. Oh no.
No.
It kind of looks like it. I'm gonna be honest. Please, guys.
Real fast then.
These orcs. Yeah, get him! Get him! End him! You've almost got him, boy! And they stand there. It is now Jason Will's turn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. What would you like to do if your turn? As an action, you disengage him and run, or you can fight him. This menacing, hulking monstrosity with a childlike mind is kicking your ass. His breath stinks, his blood is black.
I'm gonna disengage and run.
Alright, you disengage him and you take... Okay. So, which direction do you want to run real quick? Let me talk to you real quick. You want to go through here? You're going to have to push past Airden, giving me an athletics check. Alternatively,
Oh my god.
you can go this way and run like here.
Okay.
You want to do that?
I mean, it's the only thing I can do. That guy has 35
If you push
feet.
past him, you can go farther. But if you don't push past him, you're stuck there.
I know, so I'll do that.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, whoops.
I wish you luck.
Oh,
You disengage him. You tap on the walls a few times to distract him and manage to run farther away. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn? Or is that it?
That's all I can do,
Kinda
so
it.
that's the end of my turn.
This third goblin says, "What's going on over there?" And this one turns to him, "He's killing him good." And this one says, "All right, I'm going to bed." Oh no. So this brings us back to the top of the order. This goblin says, "Alright, this isn't nothing we ain't seen before." And he also goes to bed. These are experienced raiders who realize when a before it's begun. This orc moves out of the way here. This guy's still asleep. I'm gonna take him actually off the turn order there. That guy's asleep. I'm gonna take him off the turn order there. William, you are up, Chief. And you are prone at the moment. Give yourself 4 health, by the way. Give yourself 4 health. Airden heals you. You're not dying. No. He heals you. What? Sorry. Getting up is.
Half your movement.
It's half your movement. That's what it was. Thank you, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check Droop's size. Droop. He doesn't have anything written in there. I'm gonna write him as small, and you can push past without a skill check.
It's getting
I
more
hope you guys
intense.
didn't care much. I hope you guys didn't like your characters. Alright. Is that end your turn? Alright. This is gonna go to Airden.
In an attempt to get Gog's attention, I'm gonna swing some of my horse meat above my head, get his attention, and throw it back to where the other orcs are. Yeah.
You're throwing it like back here.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check.
Alright. This music better be fitting.
Oh, nice, dude. What a chick. You throw the meat back here, and as you do, you raise it over your head, and you scream, "You want it? Go get it!" And you throw it overhead. It manages to clear the tiny gap above his head. And as you throw it, not even knowing what it is, he turns to it with a sound, almost like a dog. And he runs towards it. You actually throw it further than you thought. And he runs towards it, pushing this orc over as he does. Actually getting him prone. And he runs to the back of the cave to investigate.
Would it be game to try and do another cure spell on Droop?
You certainly can. You'd
So
have
I
to
know
mark it
it's
off
a-
your available slots. So you have 1 remaining after you do this.
Okay.
Come on, Drew.
I'm okay with that.
Alright. So you do, and you heal him 4 points, bringing Drew back from the gates. And he wakes up with the same gasps as William. "Boss, did we win? What's going on? Did I black out? Did somebody draw my
Oh
face?"
yeah.
Alright. What do we... Okay, did we win yet? Did you guys kick his ass yet?
We
He's
gotta get
prone
out
on
of
the ground.
here.
We gotta get out of here.
Tactical
Gotta get outta
withdrawal
here.
for now.
Tactical. Withdraw. What does that mean?
What?
Alright, I got that. We're quite skilled in that one, I'll tell you. Alright, what would you like to do with the rest of your turn? You can still move.
Like all of my Like all of it? I can do all my
Do all of
movement?
it. You weren't prone, were you?
No.
Yeah, you still got yours. William, you're no longer prone, are you? Yeah, no, you're not.
Well, I'll be like in that right there. Cool.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yep.
Cool. The Droop says, "All right, it's time to do what we goblins do best. Fucking run!" And he runs the rest of his movement speed. And that's it. That's where he gets. We're back up to Gog, who sniffs the beat. What is this song, Josh? Go back to Depression. He looks at the piece of meat on the floor. He sniffs it a few times, and then lifts it and slides it all down his mouth without chewing once. Then he turns back to you guys with a huff and a giggle,
What?
using his movement speed
Oh,
to
no.
get back to both of you.
OP.
And he tries to swing Droop into William. He manages to swing Droop, and it moves him towards William, pushing into William, and does Droop for 11 points of damage. William is pushed back a little bit, but not much to affect him.
I can't
Droop
tell which
drops
square he's
again to
on.
the floor. I'm gonna put the bot in a very low volume at this. There we go. Okay, Droop is back down on the ground. And that ends Gog's turn. Back up to this orc who's knocked over. As he gets back, he says, "Hey, you big lug. It's just a piece of meat. We have that everywhere." And he gets up and holds his turn. This brings us to Jason Wells,
Who is gonna eat the fuck out of here?
who said, "Fuck me in the ass sideways." As you guys do, you can hear further in the back of the cave, "Help me! Don't leave me! I need you guys!" And that ends your turn, Jason. Jason.
Oh yes, ends my turn.
Alright, that brings us up to this orc here, who's also gonna go and put himself to sleep, knowing the battle's over. And we're at William. What would you like to do if you turn William?
Drawing a square.
You just said fuck it to Droop. You can do a medicine check to try to pick him up. It absolutely does.
Action.
Alright, roll for medicine. What are you drawing at the moment?
My plan.
My master plan when I come back here alone without these schools.
My plan.
Got it.
19, but it's 20.
19 to 20. You heal him. He is alive, but unconscious.
Jesus.
Alright.
Can you not carry him?
He can, but it's gonna cost him half of his movement speed. And is it worth it?
Probably not.
But Droop.
This is the abused lad that you guys saved from his horrible hell of a life, and then drug him here. Alright, so that brings us past Jason up to the turn order. William, Airden, is your turn. As you look past, William has brought your friend Droop, who you saved, and of whom has looked at you as his new master, and who planned to serve you for the rest of his life.
Well,
He's
that's gonna be a
unconscious.
pretty short serving.
Unconscious at the foot of Gog. You look at him, and you look towards the exit cave. What do you plan to do? Moves forward.
Let me look at my inventory. What do I have to throw? It's 30.
He has 30. Simon Grutz had 35. A mercenary who you could have hired for this.
Supposed to hire him? I thought he was just a.
No, you can hire him if you want. He's free to hire.
I wonder where. Kind of just
Is he
hanging
free
around.
or does he cost money?
He costs money.
Well, you just give him some.
So he's
gold.
free to hire. That's a paradox.
Still some things he get.
It's a contradiction.
Oh, you pay him. Oh well, you can deal with that next if you survive.
You don't pay him in money.
You pay him in lap dances
Great.
and chocolate strudels. Anyways,
Strudels.
so what would you like to do, Airden?
I already.
Oh, you just moved forward.
Yeah.
All right. So past Airden, we're gonna go to Droop, who's unconscious. So we're gonna go to Gog, who looks at him, picks up Grog, drops him, and then smacks him with a javelin. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Smacks him with a javelin, hitting him for 11. But in Droop's unconsciousness, he twitches like he's dreaming, and the javelin dodges him. He looks at you guys, and he seems content where he's at. That ends Gog's turn.
Oh,
You mean
gives us.
Droop?
It is now this orc's turn.
Okay, now I'm confused.
I'm sorry, what's up?
Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
This guy says, yeah, it's all over now. They fucked off or they died. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to bed. And it's now Jason Will's turn. What would Jason Wills like to do?
Jason Wells, get the fuck out of there.
Jason Wills don't know none of these people. He don't give a fuck who's down.
Okay, so yeah, 30 feet takes me
You
right here.
have escaped. You've run to the outside of the cave. We're going to take you off the initiative turn. William, it is your turn.
Jesus.
I'm sorry?
I'm gonna do inside check. How fast is that? Cocksucker.
Inside
Wait, how
check
far can
on
he move?
Gog. Absolutely, go for it. Go ahead and... Yeah, go ahead and give me insight. Seven. He moves pretty far. Is that farther than you? Yeah, I don't know. You've seen him move 35, but that's it. Oh, you know, Chief. What else would you like to if you turn?
Maybe take a.
Fuck this.
It's been a bad day.
And like to end your turn on that, taking a swig of whiskey. Straight out of the barrel, all right. So, Airden,
Yeah, sorry, Jade.
we're at your turn.
You don't even know I'm there
gonna
yet.
move
So.
right.
Jason
move
knows you're there
Oh.
because he's
Okay.
here to
Gonna
save
move
you.
right there. I'm gonna do my longbow at the dude.
All right. Go ahead. I think you're at disadvantage for this because I think it's an 80. But go ahead, swing it.
I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty
You
sure
wanna
it's bigger
check it
than
first?
that. I mean,
Just hit it to check it, and then you can decide if you want to hit afterwards. 150 to 600 feet. You would be in a disadvantage if you'd like to attack. This roll right now doesn't count.
Are you ready for me to hit? Cool.
Aaron's longbow, 14. Go ahead and roll it again. And a 10. You fling another arrow, and this time it lodges into this wall here.
I don't trust.
Well, while I do trust you, I have to keep a consistent rule of having to see everybody's dice.
I just thought of something.
What'd you
Hey
thought
now.
of?
If I launch the Chrome before I launch my OBS camera, I could use the camera instead of showing my face where I rolled up.
You could do things. I don't know how well that quality would work, but you can mark the arrow into the
I'll try it
rock
here in a
right
second.
here if you want. Mark an arrow right here if you want. Other than that, what would you like to do with your turn?
In
Sorry, you cut out.
In
the
You end your turn? Alright, this comes to Droop, who is currently unconscious. And Gog, who looks at Droop one more time, this time throwing the javelin off to the side as it didn't work for him, and swinging the great club. At 19, doing 10 points of damage to him, bringing him to negative 11.
Or just
He's at 0. I keep track of the negatives on certain things. Because if you remember,
oh yeah, if it's
if
like
you
twice
receive
your
negative damage, if you receive negative damage equal to your XP or your HP, you're dead. You don't have to make a roll equal. So, Droop is now dying instead of being unconscious. He's having a worse time.
Just
That
leave
brings us to
Droop
this guy
alone.
here.
guys, I'll be right back.
Alright, you'll be right back. Cool. That brings us to William. Unless Jason would like to re-enter the cavern.
I don't know. Are they like trying to fight, or are we doing something? Because I don't think that we can beat this thing.
William has made a move and he's exited the cave, taking him off the turn order. Airden, it is your turn. How did
Yeah.
you change his name, by the way?
what? I didn't change his name. His name's the same.
What would you like to do with your turn, Airden?
I'd like to shoot at another disadvantage.
Alright, go ahead and roll it again. You do miss. A shame, too. This one lands right over here. If you want to mark that. Other than that, what would you like to do with your turn?
Yeet out of there.
Eat out of there. And that takes you off the turn order. This brings us to Droop, who has to make a death saving throw. Let me go ahead and bring up his character sheet. And death save. Hey, you made a success.
Really?
Yeah, you made a success. You rolled a 5.
how's that a success?
1, 2, 3 are failures. 4, 5, and 6 are successes. 3 successes and he's up.
Is it different because he's a goblin?
What do you mean?
Like a D20, right?
No, it's a D6.
For a saving throw?
Oh, it's a D20. He failed. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for correcting me.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Drew.
You're right.
Bothers me.
This brings us to Gog, who takes another look at him, seeing that he's dying. Takes a look at him, sees that he's no longer really breathing, and walks past him. And begins to chase you guys. That orc is there. Out from the back of the cave, you hear a murmur, but you guys are too far away to tell. And Gog stops. But he keeps watching you guys, the farther you run away from him. Alright! So we're gonna go ahead and take you guys over here. He's dead. Alright, he's probably dead, Chief. Dies. He's probably dead. You don't see him die. But realistically, he's probably gonna kick a bucket, Chief. So let's bring Jason
What
Wells
if the
out
guy-
here.
What
Who still
what
has
if
all
the-
of his health.
if the
And,
orcs adopt him?
What if
Press right. Heck.
you guys run out back to where you were before, and you're here now? It is still early in the morning. Would you like to take a long rest?
I can do a lookout since I'm still full.
Would you like to do a lookout?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, give me a second here. There we go. So you guys setting up by the river?
I'm gonna wash off before the rest, like dead people.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
you're
wash
not
up
resting?
as well, but
Who all's resting? Or is nobody resting at this time? So you're just washing up and then you're gonna take a long rest?
Yes.
Cool. So you guys have finished washing up. The bodies of the Sturges are still there. Filleted, of course. It looks like something has come and taken a couple bites out of them, but didn't seem too interested. Morning dews gathering on the grass. You guys have washed yourselves up. You're sopping wet. Down a companion. One of your companions has teleported off somewhere. You're with this stranger who hadn't been hit at all, which is a little. At least one of you. And what would you like to do now? And he's offered to watch over you guys while you sleep.
I'm ready to rest.
All right.
I really
what plays in the
miss my
background?
nigga. I really
Check
miss
the
my
rhythm bot.
nigga. White people you can sing it to, just change that into a W. Miss my wigger.
All right.
To say I really miss
Okay.
my wigger.
As you guys take your rest, and Jason watches over you, let's see what
Must be
happens.
20. Had an update.
See what the 5 is. All right. So, as you guys are healing up, you guys get about 6 hours into it, so you can heal up. Just because I don't want to kill everyone yet. At this point, god fucking damn it. As you awake, you find... Where the fuck are they? Fuck. What the fuck? Honey the fuck. They're still linked to fucking Droop for some reason. That's shit. Oh, no, they're not. What the fuck? Edit this right quick. Boom. Okay. So, as you guys are sleeping, Jason, you see a band of goblins bearing a vague symbol of a jaw on their arms, marching past. What do you do?
They're
They
still
haven't
sleeping,
seemed
right?
to notice you yet, and your two companions are sleeping.
All right, I just hold fast.
Hold fast. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Okay, what do I need to roll?
Look at your character sheet. Look at your stealth modifier,
Okay,
and roll me a d20 plus that modifier.
let me find my stealth. Okay. So
Oh, you want some fries?
what?
Motherfucker. So you lean down. You lean down to try to cover yourself and try to hover over everybody with your darkened figure because it's still a little dark outside. As you lean towards them, you trip on you trip on a rock and splash into the
Wait,
water.
lean towards who?
You lean towards Airden to try to cover him. He's got his blonde hair, so you're trying to cover that up with your darker clothes. As you lean towards him, you trip on a rock, fall backwards into the lake, causing a big splash, a commotion, and knock yourself prone.
Hmm.
All of them immediately turn to that. Hey, what was that? And they all say, look at that. It's a bunch of fleshskins. Let's get them. Everybody. Okay, no. William
My
Airden.
mic- Okay, there.
Yeah, your mic's fine. Everybody go ahead and roll me your initiative. William and Airden are both taking surprise this round. Because Jason did not wake you.
Thanks, Jason.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so initiative.
I'm pretty sure that they're at least, kind of woken up by me falling into the water.
They're kind of woken up. And I'll give you guys a 50-50 chance. Roll me a d6. If it's higher than a 3, you guys don't take surprise. You get a 6.
Nice.
You're not only awake, but go ahead and take advantage on your initiative. So roll me one more time and give me the highest one you take. Wesley, you also
They were
got a
the
6.
same.
Damn, they're the same, so you're perfectly fine. Josh, was yours different? Josh, yours replaced with the higher one already. You both are completely awake. Yeah, it changes yours to the higher one. Or it changes yours to the current one. Yeah, your last one was 10. So, start of the turn. Let me make sure everybody's got a turn. Okay, everybody's got a turn. Goblin in the back. Alright, this guy wasn't actually on his grid. Takes a look at you guys, sees how far away you are. Quickly, That's something here. You guys don't see that. And he takes out his short bow, aiming at Jason Wells, hitting him for 6. As the arrow slings back and splooshes into the water, a splashes hitting him square in the chest. Jason grabs at it underwater, holding his breath. He is prone. Yeah, he's underwater a bit. It's pretty shallow. As in, he only ducked his head underwater when he got hit. He's not actually underwater. Alright. This ends his turn. We're gonna go to William. Alright. Right here. Go ahead. Go ahead and... Wait, is that 20 feet away? It is 20, perfect. Dagger hits for 14, which does not hit. The axe slides at him, and he just has enough time to dodge out of the way. It lands behind him, right here. Let me move that guy. Alright, anything else you would like to do with your turn? Alright, that ends your turn. And we're gonna go to Goblin who you just attacked. He says, "Oh, that wasn't very nice." And he runs up to you and will slash at you with a scimitar.
Fuck you.
As you parry it away with your long sword. You two clash at each other, and he says, "Don't worry, I'm gonna take that long sword from you real soon."
Fucking what, mate?
And that ends his turn. We're gonna go to Airden Ashton.
Can I help Jason out of
Absolutely, you can. That'll be.
Will that pick me up?
I'll count that as a bonus action for you. You're no longer prone, Chief.
Okay, so let me do some math.
As the numbers start flashing in front of his face.
So will that count any of my movement?
You moved 1 over to pick him up, right? That's
10,
10 feet of your
20,
movement.
30.
There you go.
Cool. So I'll do that. And I'll go at this dude.
Alright, go ahead. That's going to be at a disadvantage because your longbow or your short bow, whatever the fuck it is 150 to 800 feet.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright, go ahead and roll for me. How many arrows do you have, by the way?
An amount.
Eat.
I have like 15.
15 minus 3 in the cave, so okay, so you have 12 right now.
Doing math earlier. That was.
Dakota, did we ever find out how
had
many
19
arrows I had? Oh, I see him right there. Never mind.
Yes, we did.
We did just now, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so that's your first attack. Go ahead and roll it again because you are at a disadvantage. A 14 to hit. Pull back the arrow, and it flings across. As he jumps back, the scimitar on his back actually deflects it off of him. It's very close. And in any other situation, it probably would have hit him. But it bounces off. The arrow bounces like right here, if you want to mark it. And anything else you would like to do with your turn, Airden? I don't think you have anything else. So, moving
Good.
next, we've got this goblin here, who's going to move in right next to William, and he's going to use his friend, the guy you're facing, taps on your shoulder to turn you over towards him, as the one that just creeped up on you slashes at you. But you're a lot smarter than an actual dribbling retard, and you brush it off and jump out of the way of his attack. This is going to take us to this goblin, who seems to be charging for the archer. Says, I'm gonna take that one from you. I've been wanting to use a long-range bow. And that brings us here to this guy. Says, all right, boys, we got him now. And he gets next to you as well to take another turn at you. Both of them, you're fending off. You're looking at 3 different directions at the same time, trying to find who's going to attack first. As this guy slings at you while you're not looking, doing 5 points of damage. He slices into your arm. Most of it is blocked by your armor, but not a whole lot. But it definitely makes contact with you. And that's going to bring us. Turn order G. That's going to bring us to Jason Wells, who's up thanks to the help of Airden. Soaking wet, after he just dried off waiting for everybody to wake up. What do you do if you turn?
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move forward 30 feet.
Alright.
Oh, sorry, I selected something. 10, 20, 30, alright, right there. And then I turn and I attacked this guy right there with my short bow.
Alright. How far is that again? 90 feet? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And with a 19, doing 8 points of damage, that sinks straight into his thigh. Going straight through him, doing 8 points of damage as he cries out in pain and doubles down to grab his thigh. He is now considered prone. Anything else you would like to do?
I already had my move. I already took my action, so that ends my turn.
Alright, that's going to bring us up to this goblin here, who's going to bring himself up and cry out, "You'll pay for that one, you bitch." And he winds his own short bow at you. Aiming for 14, he does hit, doing 7 points of damage, bringing you unconscious. Going to put you here, dying state. And now we're at William's turn, who's currently
Down on
getting gangbanged. The one directly in front of you. All right.
I gotta go bathroom. I'll be right back.
23, doing 8 points of damage. Waiting. It should have been boxed in green. You got a 19 plus a 4. Oh, for a fighter? Yeah, that is, isn't it? I think that starts at level 5, doesn't it? You are level 3, I think. You should have marked it. If you have 1,000 XP, so you should have your level marked. It says you're fighter level 1. Alright, so you're level 3? Alright, you do 16 points of damage. How did you hit him again?
I swung down at him.
Swung down at him, and your blade buries deep into his skull and manages to crack him open, and he drops dead. All right. With a 10, you swing blindly, and he jumps out of the way, horrified by Buddy's defeat.
I'm back.
You miss barely. Anything else you would like to do with your turn? All right. Let me get this goblin here, take him off the list. Airden, it is your turn. Go ahead and make me a death saving. Wait, no. No, never mind, wrong person. You're good.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my trident on this dude.
On which dude? Oh, sorry, that dude. All right. Just barely hitting you, do 5 points of damage, slumping him down, and he is dead. Wait a second.
Cool.
Did you collect your trident in the cave?
Or I didn't.
Oh, you didn't
I
collect
never
yours, that's what it
threw
was.
mine.
Okay, one of you didn't
I
collect yours.
never threw mine.
Alright, so you're still good. You killed him. So, you killed him. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn? You still have, what, 20 feet of movement?
Is Jason down?
Jason's dying.
Well, let me use my potion up on this dude.
Potion?
Yeah, because we did a long rest.
You don't have
My
any
spell.
potions. There you go, your spell.
That's what I meant to say.
Cure wounds, I think. Alright. You go ahead and you heal him for 3 points of damage. He is no longer dying, but he is prone. He is awake. 3 health points.
Cool.
Anything else
And
you would
I
like
end
to
my
do?
turn.
Kyle, you can go ahead and mark yourself 3 health points. This goblin next to William is going to say, hey, you're not going to get away with that. And he
Think,
swings
Roach.
at you. That's what you think.
That's all you've got.
He absolutely misses. He swings at you, duck out of the way. This is going to end his turn. This goblin here to your right is going to look at the situation and say, yeah, right, no, I think I'm good. I don't need to be part of that. And he uses, oh man, a lot of their health just got fucked up. We're going to guesstimate people's health real quick. Because for some reason, a lot of them are saved the wrong way. You're dead, you're fine. Fine. Alright, cool. So, besides this guy. Sometimes I hate Roll20, like all the time. This goblin here is going to take a look at the situation, see 2 of his dead companions almost right next to him. He says, right, I can see where I'm not needed. And he is going to take a bonus action to disengage you. And he is going to book it. That is going to be the end of his turn. Which brings us to Jason Wells, who is alive, awake, but prone. What do you want to do?
I get up and take away half my movement speed.
You have 15 points of movement. I'll let you move 20 just that 15 in this grid. What would you like to do?
Let's see. I don't have anything that'll heal me. So I will move 20 feet and attack this guy.
All right, go ahead and swing.
And
for your
I
attack.
swing at him as he's running away. I swing for his chest.
All right. An 18. As he's running, you clothesline him with your blade, and his momentum of him running slices into his chest. Not a deep wound or anything, but definitely enough to take him down. He drops to the floor, dead.
Better.
And anything else you'd like to do with your turn? You don't have a lot of options.
I don't have any option. So
And
that ends
we
my
go
turn.
back up to this goblin here. Goblin's gonna take a good hard look at the situation. And he is going to draw his crossbow, his short bow, and swing at Jason. Doing 3 points of damage as it barely grazes him, but it's enough to knock him unconscious, bringing him down to the ground. You are now unconscious again and dying. That's going to end his turn. He's like, "That's right. Don't you mess with us, Gragmaw tribe." That's going to bring us to William. William. That's what I said. Well, how do you know we're on important business?
Say to the guy right in front.
And do you do anything?
Oh, I'm just gonna say that at first.
All right. Roll intimidation. 6. As you're saying, "You best give up," he spits on you. Or so they thought. The spit hits your eye, and you can't quite see where he's at because you're busy wiping it away as you decide to.
It's
It does miss.
a long way to spit.
And he says, "Regret what?" And is that going to be the end of your turn, Chief? Sorry? Keep it going, so it's the end of your turn? Alright, cool. Airden, it's your turn now. Airden Ashton.
That's me.
That is you. What
I'd
did
like
you like
to
to
throw my trident at this.
throw your trident? Do you trident ranged, not trident melee?
Oh my. Oh, so yeah.
Oops, your code is slightly messed up for that one. Let me quickly correct that. But as you throw your trident, it lands behind him right here, and is no longer in your possession as he twists to the side to let it slide past him. Let's check that again to see if that button works now. None of the fuck. Let's check the button one more time to see now. There we go. Okay, perfect. Anyway, your trident's now there. Anything else you would like to do with your turn?
No. It's still not fixed on my magic.
All right. So we're going to go to this goblin here. Going to tell you guys, why don't you submit? And he is going to make a intimidation check with disadvantage because his team's kind of getting slaughtered. Let me quickly. Let me quickly look at him and do his intimidation check. Yeet, he's not very persuasive.
Who is party icon?
I think that's gonna be fucking Wesley. He does not. Everybody's hard until Jason falls into the water. He says, "Why don't you surrender?" As he's this tiny pipsqueak, 2 feet shorter than you figure. You haven't had a good day. You're looking down at him thinking, all right, your innards will look nice on the floor.
Lucky I don't have my trident with
What?
You could pick up my.
And he turns towards. Wait, where's the top of the turn order anyway? Where the fuck are we? We're in action. Okay, this goblin. Okay, he's gonna swing at you. He's like, "How dare you!" And he hits you for 8 points of damage, slicing into your chest, messing up a lot of your chainmail. You've taken quite a beating today, and your armor shows it. That will be the end of his turn. We're going to move on to dead Jason Wells.
Yes.
And what would you like to do for your turn?
I thought I was down.
Yeah, you're down, so you're gonna have to make me a death saving throw. That's a trick question that I
how do I do
forgot. Look in your character sheet, and there's a death saving throws option thing. And on your sheet, where it talks about your death, you're gonna hit the words "death saves" and just tap that. So tap tap. Tap tap tap. You want to talk about?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't see death save anywhere.
It's in the middle column.
Okay.
Slightly down, closer to the top, but a little bit down. There's a box that says successes
Oh, okay.
and failures. 3, you fail. Just make 1. A 3,
Oh,
you fail.
I'm
So
sorry.
mark a fail in the first box of the failures. And that brings us up to Archer Goblin, who's going to take a look around and say, "Yeah, I'll see you later, boss." And he turns tail and starts running away. It's going to bring us to William. As William's facing the goblin that turns to his fleeing companion, says, "Get your ass back here. We're not done. You're unable to take a rest while enemies are nearby." 5 plus 2. As you channel your inner anger of these goblins, you heal yourself. You heal yourself 8 points of health, feeling invigorated by your anger at them. For 12 to 12. You swing at him and he parries it with his scimitar, laughing at you, saying, "I'll gut you all myself." And, gonna be an into your turn, isn't it? Airden, you.
Uh,
Oof.
That's nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's that synergy.
Can I pull the string on my longbow and threaten him to back off?
Absolutely. Go ahead and say that. Called role playing.
Ayo pulls
Fuck this.
bowstring. I don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it to him.
Starts crying. I don't want to do it.
Okay, roll me intimidation.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Bubba.
E.
Good thing I have 0, so this is gonna be pure luck.
All right. You pull it back, and he stands there and puffs out his chest and says, "All right, I'm waiting. Come on. You can't do it."
Okay. Okay, so then I take the disadvantage and I shoot.
Nice. And you manage to sling it straight into his chest, 5 points of damage. As it impacts, it pushes him back a little bit. And he says, "What? You actually shot me. What the hell is wrong with you?" As he starts to pull it out of his, he actually breaks it off into his own skin. Part of the arrow is still inside, and he throws the other part away. Anything else you would like to do?
That's an end turn right there.
All right, so that's going to bring us back up to this goblin here. He's going to say, "All right, at least I'll take one of you with me." He turns back to William, the weakest one of the bunch, and he swings at you.
Wait, I thought it was the top guy. Oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah. So he swings at you and does 7 points of damage. "You don't know how to hold a sword, boy. You haven't been able to hit me all day, and I'll be willing to wager you'll never hit me." Go ahead and mark your 7, and it's going to be the end of his turn. Jason Wells, we're up to you. Make me another death saving throw.
Come on.
A 20.
Nice.
Mark yourself 2 successes.
Wait, 2 successes?
Yeah, if you crit succeed, it's 2 successes. Whereas you crit fail, it's 2 failures.
Oh. Alright, so I'm
Right.
up now.
No, you're not.
Or
You need
I'm
3
not
to
up,
be up.
I'm
Wait, no,
not
did
dead.
you? Yeah, you failed your first one, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be back up to this goblin. Is continuing to run away. And he makes it to the end. And is lost in the forest. Alright, it's going to bring us up to William. In front of a very cocky goblin on a very bad day for you.
That is ice. Out of this.
Ooh, and Kyle was
16.
successful.
It barely hits him, doing 11 points of damage. It brings him to the ground, and as he's kneeling before you with the sword in his chest, how would you like to do this?
I'm going to pull the sword out. Oh,
Okay. There you go. As his head lops off, it rolls into the other dead goblin's lap. Or not lap, but it rolls onto the dead goblin, blood splattering everywhere as his body falls limp and falls before you.
so can I kick it towards where the?
Sure. Make an athletics check for me. You kick in his direction, and it flies out towards that area, but it's slightly off to the right, hits the tree, and bounces off, landing somewhere around here. And now Erden's turn.
Well, this dude's dead, right?
He's dead. Sorry, yeah, this dude is dead.
Buddy boy.
Cool. Yeah, I should probably do
Please
my.
quit forgetting me. As Jason looks to the guys ignoring him, he realizes how Droop felt. Healing touch, you get 3 points of health added back to you. Go ahead and mark that up.
Cool.
You are prone, alive with 3 points. Let me take off that. And since you guys are no longer in the fight, I'm just going to say got up.
Gonna pick up my trident.
Pick up all your stuff.
I'm gonna go loot this guy over here.
Alright. Just playing with the fucking head.
We set up
Alright.
soccer. We set up soccer goals here and here when we play a game of soccer with the head.
Alright.
No, shit.
So, Jason, do you want to...
I'm sorry, you cut off there. What?
Are you going to be keeping this wolf for yourself that you're picking off them?
No.
No? You're just going to share it with the random people you meet in the weird cave that almost got you? Alright. Okay, so let me see where the loot is. It's been a while before I had to use. There it is. Alright. So, I want you to go ahead and roll me a D100.
A D100.
Absolutely.
What kind of modifier? Nothing.
Straight, so nothing. A 38.
I was just doing it for.
Now roll me 4d6. One. You guys find 52 silver piece on the goblins combined. And what would you like to say to anybody? You guys can talk to each other. At least we forget.
Wait, how many? 52.
52. You guys can split it amongst each other?
Back to town.
You guys want to go back to the town? Alright,
No,
so you guys
tag along.
you'll tag along? Well,
Yeah.
you're going back to the town to, I guess, to probably tell the mayor.
Well, I still want to complete my mission, but
Absolutely.
if they think that we need to go get more people, then I will tag along in order to complete my mission.
Alright. You guys begin your walk
Awesome.
towards Pandelvin, and that'll end it today.
Wait, so how many silver pieces are we getting each?